Ruler School is brought to you by Odyssey Games, where you can go to get singles for all your Force of Will and other trading card games, as well as these amazing patrons.
Thank you for your support. Enjoy the video.
Hey there, Rulers, DMO73 here, bringing you the deck profile for the Harvest Aggro deck that was created for the Singapore GP and then also piloted by myself this week. Super fun, very unique deck, very surprising, and overall just a really cool use of a card. A lot of cards that are going to be rotating, and just a cool idea of using this card, Harvesting Season. So the ruler, just to go quickly into it, our ruler is, of course, Brunhild. You can use Adam. There's really no reason to run one versus the other. We just need a light ruler for the sake of using Einherjar Summon. So Brunhild is a little bit more of a bluff to your opponent. You kind of like show them the Brunhild before they get started, and it kind of gives them an impression on what they're dealing with. So they might shift their plays around to give you kind of an edge. And then we can use the white Energize to cast the Dispel from Rune Deck if we need to. Other than that, though, this Dispel's never getting cast. Rune deck wise, we play one Einherjar Summon. It is kind of the main linchpin combo piece for Harvesting Season. Power of Immortality to keep our stuff alive and keep the aggression going. Sandstorm, so we have a free rune to be able to activate that doesn't hurt our divinity here, so that we can turn on Astema easier. And then, of course, Harvesting Season, which is kind of our ideal turn 1 play. Stone-wise, we're playing 4 Stone for the Dark Castle for mystery counters, so we can use it for Sword of the New Moon, 2 Magic Stone of the Undead, and then 4 Null Magic Stone for that black-red. So one thing to note, of course, is we don't have any white here, so this deck is a little bit of a greedy deck, because these Valkyries chosen, we're trying to not get them to our hand. We have to mill them with Harvesting Season, and other than that, they're just dead draws. So we're trying to avoid them as much as possible. But going into the deck, we're playing 4 Majin Dark Elf, 1 Skeleton Horde, 3 Black Leaf because it's some nice additional, some spot removal, and that -1/-1. Frontline Warrior because it's a human with swiftness. Joan d'Arc because it's a human and because it's Joan d'Arc and we can cast it. Very powerful card. Valkyries Chosen is the kind of combo piece to go with Harvesting Season because you can mill it and then Einherjar Summon it back on turn 1 like you saw in the match and hit your opponent in the face for 8 damage. 4 Astema as our end game plus draw engine. And then to go into the spells, 4 March of the Dead to keep things coming back. Same with Command of Life and Death, really helpful for grabbing Astema back. You can also use March of the Dead and Command of Life and Death to be able to grab the Valkyries Chosen if you need to, which again is a free Swiftness body with 8 attack. And then removal spell-wise, you're playing 3 Sword of the New Moon, 3 Life Severing Blade, and then for utility, 3 Look of Corruption, and then 2 Sacrificial Altar. You're playing all these small dudes. It's really nice when your opponent is going to try to kill them for anything to stop the aggression. You just can sacre them to altar and then get more smaller dudes. You don't have to get your counters super high. It also is a really nice way to be able to cheat out an Astema while continuing to play a lot of like 1-drop swiftness dudes or 1-drop regression, or even following it up with like an Astema off a Sacrificial Altar into an Awakened March of the Dead where you get 2 genes, and then you're just like, well, that's a ton of pressure right there. But that is it for the deck. Again, the main idea is you do Harvesting Season or Majin Dark Elf on turn 1. Harvesting Season to mill a bunch of guys, hopefully hitting a Frontline Warrior or the optimum pitch, which is Valkyries Chosen, and then you use Einherjar Summon to bring the Valkyries Chosen back and then hit your opponent in the face for 8 and just start the aggression train there. Notable humans is we're playing actually 11 total humans that can be brought back: Frontline Warrior, Joan d'Arc, and Valkyries Chosen, so just some things to keep in mind. But there you have it, guys. That is the deck. Let me know what you guys think in the comment sections down below about this style, and really just kind of unique take on an aggressive package using Harvesting Season. If you have any other ideas of how to use Harvesting Season, we'd love to hear about it in the comment sections down below. But until next time, just saying like and subscribe, and this is DMO73 saying class dismissed.